The latest market data is out. We'll take a look and see what the Big Island real estate market is doing coming up next. Hey, what's going on, friends? The latest data is out for April on the Big Island and Kona markets. We're going to jump into the data and take a look at what's going on. As always, we're looking at the April data for this year versus last year, and across the board, lots of red like there normally has been the last few months. Sales are down for units. So number of homes are down 43%, number of condos are down 46%, and number of pieces of land are down 67%. So this is just the Kona market, but definitely a big drop off in the number of units. And again, mostly due to the lack of inventory and the shortage of homes that are on the market right now. So dollar volume followed that down, but median price is up across the board. So median price up to almost 1.15 million for homes, up to 572 for condos. It's up 32% from a year ago. And the land stuff is crazy because we got those high-end lots that sell that throw that all off. But the next indicator, the days on market, all in red also, and extremely lower than a year ago. So a year ago, we were coming out of that COVID slowdown, and we're seeing that the average days on market this year are 45% faster. Homes are selling in the homes market, 74% faster for the condo market and 87% faster for the land market. And then across the board, final list of sold price is also up. And as of note, the last few months, we've been seeing that condo average list of sold price is above 100%. So pretty much the same, not a lot of big differences. And we've been seeing the last couple of months, same on the Big Island markets. If we look at the entire Big Island as a whole, 240 homes sold. That was down 17% from a year ago. Condos, 87. We saw that condo market go crazy last year when they had sat for a long time. There was a big surplus in inventory and they all started selling. So 43% drop in the number of condos. There are only like 43 active condos on the whole Big Island right now. So there are more in escrow or sold than they're like double as many selling as there are on the market. So the condo market is still super, super hot. And then land is down 27% from a year ago. Dollar volume down a little bit. We had those big pieces of land sale in Kona, so that upped the volume. But median price across the board. Look at the median price for condos, up 32% from a year ago. The median price is $628 for condos on the Big Island, $517 for homes, up 9%. And this is interesting too. We used to see this number even lower than the 20,000s, and it's almost 100% increase from 18 months ago or so on the land market, because you still have all of those Ocean View and South Hilo, rural areas that you can get land for pretty cheap, but not that cheap anymore, up to 45,000 median price for land across the island. And then days on market all the way across the board, way down 28% for homes, down 82% for condos. So condos on average are 15 days on market, and for land down 54% to 78 days. And then final list of sold price across the board still very strong and up from a year ago, and condos still at 100% on average selling across the island. And just to put kind of this in context, even though the total units is falling, we're still kind of stronger than we were pre-COVID. So this homes number here is usually in the low 200s, high 100s for total homes sold across the island. So it's still above kind of historical averages when you look at pre-COVID numbers. And so even though it's less than it was a year ago when the market was just on fire, it's still better or stronger than it was previous to COVID. So it still hasn't kind of gotten back to normal times yet in terms of the number of homes that are selling across the island on a monthly basis. And then the last number that we like to look at here, very interesting. So a year ago, there were more active listings on the market, 1,562. Right now, there are only 1,464 active listings on the market. But when you look at the number of properties that are under contract and in escrow, there were 1,600 last year and 1,285 this year. And if you look at last year's numbers, there were more homes or more properties in escrow than there were on the market in April of 2021. And in this year, we're kind of back to where there's a little bit more active listings and there are properties in escrow, But again, this number historically has a much larger gap, right? Normally it's around 1,000, less than 1,000 in escrow, and closer to 3,000 active listings across the island. So we're still way down, like, at half normal times numbers in terms of active listings, and still higher on the number that are in escrow, and almost still at that 1-to-1 ratio. So the market continues to roll. No slowdown yet. We'll see if interest rates have an effect this month and next month. I think there's going to be a little bit of lag for that increase in interest rates to start to affect the buyer market, but it is going to reduce a buyer's purchasing power, which may reduce the buyer demand out there. But there's such a shortage in the number of homes that I don't see that having a huge drastic effect. You may just be getting 3 or 4 offers on a house where you used to get 10 or 15. And we're definitely just feeling that in the market right now with the latest listings that we've put on the market. And we're seeing properties sit a little bit longer because sellers are still being very aggressive on price, and buyers are starting to back off a little bit and not, aren't willing to pay way over what the house should be listed at. So interesting times. Is there a market shift coming? We'll see. Like I've said before, and talked about last week in last week's video, I don't think there's a bubble necessarily, but there could be a definite cooling off period, a plateau on prices, and there's a lot of factors that could lead to that. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below, or reach out to me. You can DM me or reach out to me at dylan@buyabigisland.com, and we'll get back to you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you with next month's market report. Aloha.